This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
This portion of Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University, celebrating 25 years of educating Southwest Florida.
Southwest Florida, we're thrilled that you stayed with us here on this Sunday morning, and if you're catching us throughout the week on LATV, we know you're out there too as well on LATV. We have just a darling show lined up for you here this morning, and I'm just looking forward to getting right to it. Our first guest will be Carrie Kerskie. You always see all these commercials on TV, you read all about this identity theft, you hear somebody say somebody took my identity. Well, you can get, there's a curriculum here at Hodges University that you can be, certified or something in identity theft. We'll find all about that from an expert here. Let's bump you in, Carrie.
All right.
Welcome to Lee Pitts Live.
Well, thank you for having me.
You saw me with the little tongue twister, like you can get your certification or your degree or whatever. What is it that you can get at Hodges in identity theft?
Sure. What we're doing, it's a little bit different than what Hodges normally offers. What we're setting out to do is have Hodges, the Identity Fraud Institute at Hodges University, become a central hub, a repository for all identity theft and fraud related information throughout the state of Florida. From that information, we'll be able to send early warning notices or bulletins to law enforcement and to the business community, letting them know what trends are happening throughout the state. We're also going to research the data we receive so that we can create educational programs for the community as well as professional development. So attorneys, accountants, when they have a client that comes to them that's a victim, we're going to be able to teach them how to help that client. The other component is going to be victim assistance. I personally have been working with victims since 2007, and the problem is just getting worse. It's become a worldwide epidemic. So we will be offering, they can schedule for a 30-minute free consultation, and they can come in, and we will actually tell them what they need to do to help restore their identity once they become a victim.
Now we have a website that's on the screen that would take them right to what?
Yeah, the website, they'll be able to get more information. As part of the education, we're going to be offering seminars and workshops. The seminars will be kind of a broad approach of the topic, and then the workshops will allow them to dig deeper. So for example, one of them would be how to initiate the privacy settings on your smartphone.
Now you will be the director of the Institute. Will you actually be teaching as well?
I'll be a jack of all trades in the beginning, yes.
Okay.
But as we expand the program, we'll bring more people in.
What in your background makes you good at this?
My background, I'm a Florida licensed private investigator. My agency's been in Naples since 2001. I've been focusing strictly on identity theft since 2007, and then in 2011, I wrote a book about identity theft, and I just do a lot of speaking nationwide and working with victims.
What's the name of your book? You can mention that on Lee Pitts Live. What's the name of your book?
It's called Your Public Identity, Because Nothing is Private Anymore.
Okay. Now, who would tap into the Institute? Would somebody want to learn how to do what you do, come to the Institute, or just businesses like you just articulated who want to take advantage of that clearinghouse there, that mainframe, come to you?
Sure. For the general population, the citizens, they can come and they can learn steps to take to reduce their risk. How to identify a phishing email, like we talked about, setting up, privacy settings on your smartphone, your computers, those sorts of things. Then they'll also be available eventually down the road, we're still building everything, is to create a certification program where people can become an identity theft advocate so that they can help other victims, mitigate the process.
Why did you choose Hodges University for the location here?
Well, I'm pretty much a homegrown girl. I've been in Naples since I was 10 years old. Back in the days when Hodges was International College over in the shopping plaza, I was right there. But really, we had a lot of interest from Hodges because I'm also a member of the Call Your Identity Theft Task Force. And I was approached by Dr. Ashigul Tamor saying, how can we work together? What can we do? Because we definitely need more education on this topic. And that's kind of how it started.
I think that's outstanding. I think you're going to be like trailblazing, right? Now, we're physically here at the Collier County campus right here, but I know you early on said some national implication or international implications, but sort of summarize that it's not just for Collier County.
Correct. Obviously, we're starting here in Collier County. A lot of this derived from the work of the Collier Identity Theft Task Force. As a matter of fact, they're going to continue on and also be an advisor to the Institute. So we're going to start here regionally and then move out, Lee County, Southern Florida, the state of Florida, and then eventually nationwide. The goal is by next year to have a national conference where people can come from law enforcement, from business, from various entities and organizations, and even concerned citizens, and come and learn about what we're doing here and how they can do it in their community.
So it's fair to say that Hodges University in this particular case is trailblazer here in Southwest Florida. We don't have anything similar to this anywhere in Southwest Florida, do we?
No, we don't. And actually, Florida's been #1 for identity theft complaints for more than 7 years. Collier County, or Naples, is #5 nationwide for identity theft complaints. So by creating this, we're right in the heart of it. It's a great place to research it, and it'll enable us to expand out what we're doing. And it's the first time we have actually a coordinative partnership throughout the state of Florida, because a lot of organizations are doing their own little thing. We want to lump it all together and make it easier.
And talking to you and listening to what you're talking about, you sort of remind me of some of those whiz kids in Silicon Valley, on the cutting edge of what's going on in the future and how you need to, take advantage and be pioneers. Do you kind of feel that, and how does that make you feel to know that you're on the cutting edge? That's something that's so prevalent in society now.
Well, to me, it's actually kind of funny, because I've been doing this for so many years that I think now the population is caught up to what I've been doing, and especially since the Target data breach. That really opened people's eyes that anyone can be a victim. Identity theft does not discriminate. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your income, doesn't matter where you live. Anyone can become a victim of it, and people are now waking up and realizing that.
Tell me some basic tips, an individual, that some simple things that they may do, maybe 2 or 3 simple things that they can do right now to start securing their identity. Do you call one of those commercials on TV?
Oh, don't get me started on those companies. That's a whole nother show.
Okay.
A couple of tips is, first is monitor. You are responsible for your own identity. Nobody knows you as well as you do. So monitor your bank statements, your credit card statements, monitor your credit report. You can get a free credit report every 12 months from each credit bureau. You just go to annualcreditreport.com. It's endorsed by all 3 bureaus and the Federal Trade Commission. Look at that report. If there's anything on there, take action right away. Another thing you can do to help reduce the credit card fraud, because that's one everyone's always concerned about, but I tell people don't worry about it, you're protected by federal law. But when you do shop online or at a gas station or a restaurant, use a credit card instead of a debit card. That way it's the credit card company's money that's lost and not yours directly out of your bank account.
Outstanding. Now, the whole world of identity theft as we know it, there are some smart people on the other side, right, who do this. They sit down, they figure out how to beat the system. So we have to outsmart them. Is that pretty much the case?
Yeah, and it actually has moved beyond just a couple of individuals. They set up corporations. They could have hundreds to thousands of employees sitting in an office building in front of a computer with a teleprompter telling them, when you call this number, here's the person's name, here's all the information about them, and here's the scam you're going to use. And then when they give you a phone number to call back, because people will say, well, let me call you back for verification. When they answer the phone, it pops up on their teleprompter saying this is, Mr. Smith, and we're pretending to be American Express. So it is a well-oiled machine, a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So we need to wake up and rise to the challenge.
Unbelievable. Well, Carrie, this has been very educational. Look forward to more on the Identity Fraud Institute here at Hodges University from you. Okay.
Well, thank you.
And keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay, as the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Carrie, and all the fine people here at Hodges University who are doing it. When we come back, the puppies will be center stage. We'll be right back.